Yo, what it do, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your man Dre, man, aka Dre on Wheels, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is the 11:30 podcast, man. How y'all doing out there, man? How y'all doing? You know, it's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. You know, we can get it lit like that. You know, Taco Tuesday. Nah, ain't Taco Tuesday. It's the 11:30 podcast day. How everybody doing out there? I hope everybody woke up blessed. You know, for all my podcasters, I hope all y'all came up. You know, keep on doing your thing, man. Keep striving, man. It's hard out here, man. You know, on this Tuesday, it's a bless, man. What's going on? How y'all doing? Tell me how y'all doing. You know, but yo, man. Hey, before we get into anything, man, and talk about some topics, man, we want to talk about here on the 11:30 podcast, man. I want to give a shout out right now, man, to the Sensible Psychopath podcast, man. Thanks for your subscribe. Thanks for also the shout out, man, on the Sensible Psychopath podcast. I hope I said that right. The Sensible Psychopath podcast. I don't want you guys to be mad at me that I mispronounce your guys' name or anything, but yeah, man. Thank y'all for the shout out, man. I'm sitting right there. I'm watching Friday Night SmackDown just goes off, man, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to hit on YouTube. I'm about to check out the 85 South show for all my peoples out there that like, you know, like laugh, like raw comedy. 85 South show, and I was just like, man, let me click on them. Let me click on them, you know, and you know, just really browsing, just really networking in these podcast groups, man. Just, you know, coming up, man, and just, you know, sharing ideas, just sharing podcasts, man, sharing, you know, subs or whatever. Like, it's real cool, man. And like I said, shout out to the Sensible Psychopath podcast once again. I was sitting last Friday, I was sitting with my fiance, and she got so excited. She was like, oh my God, did you know they was gonna do that? No, I didn't. All I just was, you know, just commenting, was like, hey, you know, I'm watching, I'm checking you out, because you guys were talking about waffles, some type of Belgian waffles. And my fiance was like, man, those good. So I was like, man, let me send a message. But very much appreciated, you guys, man. But don't forget to watch the Sensible Psychopath podcast on YouTube every Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Also, man, you know, like I was saying in these Facebook groups, man, just having a bunch of people just come at me and I'm coming at them, you know, just sharing podcasts, man. Hey, check out mine, check out yours, or vice versa, man. And it's real dope. And before, you know, I get it kicked off, like I said, I want to give a shout out to everybody who subscribed to the 11:30 podcast. We got over 100 subscribers, 121, something like that. We keep it going on, man. We keep it rocking it, man. I want to read some comments and shout them out. What we got here? Pod VYBs, LOL. Her name was Angela. I was doing a podcast last week about power, man. It's a big rich town, and could not think of Angela's name, bro. Thank you for that. Thanks for the shout out, man. Dirty King, man. Keep it strong, man. Appreciate that. The Mary Jane Experience, looking good. You keep doing your podcast, you looking good too. Also, I want to shout out, man, Gold Block Career. Great podcast. Keep up the amazing work. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Trap Country. Good. Keep up the work. Would like to be YouTube friends. Hey, man, we already YouTube friends, man. We already YouTube friends. Just hit me up on Twitter, man, at Dre on Wheels. Who else we got? We got Tatnus. Showing love for the Tatnus podcast. Keep up the solid work, brother. Appreciate it. Jennifer Reed. Love the energy when you're talking about the game. Hey, I love it all, man. I'm doing my thing, man. You know, them is just some of what we got going on here. Of some comments, but like I said, man, I appreciate everybody, man, who subscribed to the 11:30 podcast. You already know what it is, man. Once you hit that subscribe button, man, hit the notification button, man. Every week you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something new. You feel me? But yo, man, let's step into this podcast, man. First and foremost, man, we gonna once again, man, shout out to Vanessa Bryant, man, what she had to do yesterday, man, at the celebration of life of Kobe, man, was brave, man, was strong. That's like it was everything, man. It was just the reaction that she got when she got to the podium, bro. Like it was amazing, man. So shout out to her and the what 3 kids that she got right now, man. And it's a terrible when you think of all the greats basketball players, man, that's still here. Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, all these guys, and then you know, hearing about that story about a month ago, Kobe, man, it was heartbreaking, man. That was my best basketball player. I remember playing NBA 2K2, 2K1. Yeah, I took it back. I took it back, 2K, before it was in my career. Before you had to get VC, my nigga. Like, for real, bro. NBA 2K2. Real live, man. That was it, man. So, like I said, I just wanted to shout out to Vanessa Bryant, man, because, whew, that was some very, very hard stuff for her to have to do. For her to have to do. And, like, I ain't gonna move on to my next topic. Like, I ain't about to address the elephant in the room, or basically yesterday that was in the room. Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan got up to that podium, bruh, I'm gonna tell y'all this. I never seen that crying meme that he got. I never seen like what it was. I was just like, damn, a lot of people putting Michael Jordan faces, on everything and got the crying shit. I never seen exactly what that was, where that come from. And boy, oh boy, man, when he got to that podium, man, and snot was coming out of his nose, and he was crying, man, it was like, damn, I can't believe I'm saying Michael Jordan, like, cried over, like, this is the best basketball player in the world, you feel me? Like, but he's sitting there, and he's giving his little speech on Kobe, how being a big brother and everything, and then he goes to say, man, I told my wife I wouldn't do it, man. I told her I wouldn't get up here crying. I don't want to see a crying me and myself for the next 3 to 4 years, bro. That was gold, man. That was gold. When you can step back and make fun of yourself, bro, that's gold, G. That's gold. Everybody got up in that arena in the Staples Center, 20,000 plus, man, was cracking up, laughing, man. But hey, but in this case that it was, for Kobe and everybody loved Kobe. I don't think we may get that mean, but man, that was gold, man. That was gold. As we move on, this past weekend we saw giants, two big men collided out in the boxing ring. Wilder versus Fury 2. And I'm gonna start off saying, I'm not really a big boxing fan. I'm more of a lean towards wrestling. The only thing them two got common is a ring. So, but hey, boxing, man. It was a good fight. I really didn't see most of it. But from what I saw, it was a good fight. And before I get there, like, man, the previews between them two, on this fight in particular, Wilder versus Fury preview after preview, I was watching them. They was good. You feel me? Good. And the crazy thing is, Tyson Fury was in WWE not too long ago. For what? I don't know. Just, I guess he was like, well, don't have nothing to do. I already know I'm going to whip Deontay Wilder's ass, so I can step in the ring with Braun Strowman in Saudi Arabia. Like, okay. And it didn't count out, but okay. But, yeah, man. Every preview was dope. And I was like, man, this Deontay Wilder guy, man, he looking beast, man. And then they give you all the analytics, man, and the way he plants his feet and the way he, launches back and the punch comes 25 miles per hour. Well, it didn't give a fuck about where it come 25 miles per hour that night. My man got knocked out in the 7th round. Not only did he get knocked out, they threw in the towel. Man, oh man, boy, oh boy. Everybody got their money's worth that night. They really got their money's worth. Really, they really got their money's worth. That was unbelievable. But yeah, Wilder versus Fury. Two. Fury wins. He's the new champ. He's the new champion. Got the knockout in the 7th round. They said Deontay Wilder will probably go ahead and get that rematch clause. He got 60 days to talk about it and discuss about it and what he want to do with that. Go on about his rematch clause. But yeah, what y'all think about the fight? Did y'all want Deontay Wilder to win, or did Tyson Fury, deliver all the punches that y'all knew what was coming? Leave a comment. Y'all already know what it is, man. Leave a comment, man. Hey, yo, as we move on to the next topic here on the 11:30 podcast, bro. This past weekend was week 3 of the XFL. As y'all know, I covered the XFL also. I will be covering the basketball playoffs because we all know basketball heat up, man, when the playoffs is rocking. So I'm gonna cover that later on. But yeah, man, I'm covering the XFL throughout the season. The XFL, man, is making a mark. Week 3, man. Week 3 belong to P.J. Walker, man. P.J. Walker is the MVP. He's the quarterback for the Houston Roughnecks, man. Got about 4 or 5 touchdowns that night. Unreal, unbelievable, man. And Houston now is, let me get to it, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Houston now is 3-0. They took on the Tampa Bay Vipers this past Saturday. Houston Roughnecks won 34-27. In my opinion, boy oh boy, was that the game of the weekend, man. It was just back to back. Houston Roughnecks scored. Tampa Bay like, man, we ain't rocking. We already 0-2, so we ain't trying to go 0-3. So that was dope, man. Shout out to them. Also, the Dallas Renegades took on the Seattle Dragons, and the Dallas Renegades won that 24-12. And also, we had the Seattle Battlehawks. Well, they took on the New York Guardians. Seems like they having a rough time also, just like the Tampa Bay Vipers. Final score with that one was 29-9. Bro, St. Louis Battlehawks is an underdog team for a lot of reasons. That it's no football team. It's no football team in Seattle. So, man, they coming hard and they coming strong. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's get something fixed. There we go. We on the ball. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, man. That was dope. St. Louis is the underdog team because there haven't been no teams in St. Louis, man, in about 5 years, bro. So, they had the best crowd this past weekend, in my opinion, and they gonna do it up, man. They gonna really do it up. Also, we had the DC Defenders, which I'm rooting for here in the XFL, who really, man, really disappointed this past weekend. They really disappointed me. Only scoring, I believe, was it like 9 or something like that? I got all the scores. I can get that one too. Yeah, it's 9. Score was 39-9. LA Wildcats murdered. I ain't gonna do that, but they defeated the DC Defenders. The DC Defenders coming in 2-0. Now they fall to 2-1. The story of that game was the LA Wildcats. They turned around they whole little format like it wasn't nothing. They came in the game 0-2, leaving 1-2. But the runner back, boy, oh boy, the runner back, man, he's a highlight reel to see. He's a highlight reel to see. Just check out XFL, you guys, xfl.com for all the stats and everything like that in future games. But next week, we got LA Wildcats. They're going to take on the New York Guardians. That's going to be an interesting game. from how Guardians played last week, and the LA Wildcats also. That's on ABC at 2 p.m. Also, we got the Seattle Battlehawks taking on, the Seattle Dragons taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks. That game is on Fox at 5. And then on Sunday, Houston Roughnecks go to Dallas to take on the Renegades. That is at FS1 at 4 p.m. And then the DC Vipers go down to Tampa Bay, where WrestleMania is going to be at this year. Tampa Bay Vipers, as they play on ESPN2 at 7 p.m. 7 p.m., you guys. So, yeah. What you guys think, I seen a couple of comments, on my page. A lot of people was like, man, the XFL is going to really, really take over, man. They here to stay, and I believe they are here to stay, man. They really are here to stay. With the rules and everything, they here to stay. Okay, as we gonna move on right now, gotta deliver my wrestling segment. Before I do that, I'm gonna deliver my wrestling segment here. Well, as you know, for my wrestling fans, for the last probably couple of years or so, WWE has been giving out a Warrior Award. Now, some say, that Kobe Bryant should be given, some said he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I say no. He, probably was a wrestling fan. I don't know. But I think they should give him the Warrior Award because there's some guys who are in the WWE Hall of Fame who should not be. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. But yeah, this is some guys who shouldn't be. But the Warrior Award with Ultimate Warrior's wife, who delivers the award, was each and every year. Connor was the first one. Man, was that emotional. But I think, Kobe should receive it. Should be given the award, and Vanessa Bryan accepting it, of course, on his behalf. I think that'll be really, really dope. But wrestling though, man, wrestling. I'm gonna talk about what I'm about to talk about in just a minute, but I want to talk about last night on Monday Night Raw. It was a good Monday Night Raw, but the ending was old school a little bit to me, and it was cool. And it was like, okay, WWE seems to be shooting themselves in the foot every now and then. You just be like, what the fuck? Why? Just why? And that's why everybody go to AEW. Just why? But last night, I knew something was up, man, when it was, the main event was Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. And when they, I think Kevin Owens, I believe, was coming to the ring or something. I believe it was KO. And they showed the referee, and I was like, I don't recognize that referee. And I watch a lot of wrestling, at least WWE, and I know the referees, John Cone, all of them. I know most of them. And I didn't recognize that referee, so I was like, but okay. Match goes on. Randy pulls Kevin on in the ring with a DDT. Ref gets down, count 1, 2, 3, real quick. They in Winnipeg, Canada. And we all know Canada got a huge history with WWE. We all remember the 1997 screw job in Montreal with Bret Hart. We all remember that. So we ain't gonna act like we don't remember that. So it just seems like every time WWE go back to Canada, they always full of bullshit. They always trying to rub it in their face. Damn, dude, that was like at least 20 plus years ago. 23 years ago. Like, come on. But yeah, I guess it never gets old for Vince just to sit there in that gorilla position and just laugh and chuckle at it. But hit him with the 1, 2, 3 real count. Fans are going like, what the fuck? Like, everybody's confused, and so is Seth Rollins after what was it? The Viking Raiders and somebody else came out to beat up ALP and Buddy Murphy, and they disappeared, but Seth is still ringside, so I just found that was still weird too. Then all of a sudden, Seth is trying to get Randy Orton to concerto Kevin Owens, but he gets up. Randy Orton just leaves, and, Kevin Owens get this referee, rips his shirt open. He has the Monday Night Messiah shirt on. That makes sense why he counted 1, 2, 3 so fast. That made it sense. So Kevin Owens stunned him and put him through a table. It was an awesome ending to the show, especially how they just feeded off the crowd and the crowd feeded off them. Amazing, man. I love when WWE goes outside the U.S. It's nothing like it, man. Nothing like it. Nothing like it, man. What else we had? Yeah, well, that's most of Monday Night Raw this past week. But in wrestling, though, you guys, man, leave a comment, bro. I ain't really gonna talk too much about this because a lot of people have their opinions on it. I'm just excited for her. And who I'm talking about is Malin Rose. She is the AEW Women's Champion. And everybody who knows or keeping up with AEW, Malin Rose is a transgender woman. So Nyla Rose won the AEW Women's Championship 2 weeks ago. Well, I think going on 3 weeks ago, I believe. Two weeks ago on AEW, and the whole internet went crazy. Oh my God, it's a trans woman. Oh my God, it's a trans woman. That's not fair. Oh my God. Whoa, you know, like, wow, like, everybody's so sensitive in these days, but hey, man, I just want to hear your guys' thoughts on that right there. And also, man, you know, just networking with guys in this and the podcast group. Somebody was saying Bret Hart is the GOAT. Nah, Jericho is. Jericho's the GOAT. You're the GOAT when every time you come out, the whole audience sings your song. And I'm not talking no song that, you know, they came up with for you. I'm talking about your own song from your band Fozzy. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it give me goosebumps, and here it give me goosebumps every time I see that. That is so awesome, man. So awesome. Also with AEW, shout out to Dustin Rhodes, aka formerly known as Goldust, who's still, man, doing this thing at 50 something years old, man. Still grinding, man, and he got a match with Sammy Guevara at AEW Revolution, February 29th, actually. I believe that is this Saturday. I believe that is this Saturday on pay-per-view, man. So shout out to him. Also, Cody, man. That moonsault off the top of the cage in Atlanta, Georgia, man. In your hometown, man. Some say it was selfish of Cody, but, man, Cody, you do it, man. You did it. You did it, bro. And that was really dope of you, man. So, Cody going to the top, if he not already there. Also, man, Velveteen Dream, man, he's back. But my thing about Velveteen Dream, I feel as though Velveteen Dream missed out in October. And all my wrestling fans, we all know that in October 31st, WWE held a huge event in Saudi Arabia called Crown Jewel, where the plane was delayed and the guys were unable to make it to Fox for Friday Night SmackDown. For Friday Night SmackDown. So the company had to get some other superstars, and the other superstars happened to be the NXT superstars. Guys like Adam Cole, the Undisputed Era, Keith Lee, guys like Matt Riddle, and girls, and Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley. They shine. But that was really Chris Jericho's. That was really Velveteen's Dream moment to shine right there, man. It was really his moment. He was going to be on Fox, and the guys who did take that moment and shine with it was one man, Keith Lee, especially in that on that day, and which was November 1st, that next day, that whole November, Keith Lee shined it. Adam Cole, that was Adam Cole's month. It was unbelievable. I loved it, man. I loved it. Yeah, man, I loved it. SmackDown last week on Fox, man, I'm really loving the fact that Daniel Bryan is kind of like figure out where he want to go and everything, what he want to do, because he been working with Heath Slater, who's very funny. Just don't give the ball to R-Truth and just said he's the only one who can, be entertaining. Heath Slater can too, and a lot of other guys. I like the fact that they used Drew Gulak, who was on 205 Live. And a lot of guys that were there not even doing anything no more. So if you're going to bury 205 Live, man, just kill it. But let's do something with the other guys who really made a mark, like Cedric, and a lot of other guys, man. For real. Shout out to Naomi, who is going to be wrestling this Thursday on the WWE Network in Saudi Arabia again. This one is Super Showdown. Yes, Super Showdown this Thursday, 12 p.m. on the WWE Network. Naomi is going to take on she's going to take on Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Hope Naomi wins though. That's my girl. Also, ladies and gentlemen, on that same night in the main event, the Fiend Bray Wyatt will take on Goldberg. Yes, I said it right. Bill Goldberg, who's synonymous with WCW. Yes, Bill Goldberg. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that? Just tell me about that. What's your thoughts on that? But yo, man, y'all already know what it is, man. This is the 1130 podcast, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Share this video with somebody you think might like it, man. For real. Share it with who you think might like it, man. Y'all already know what it is. For real. Before we get up out of here, man. Before we get up out of here, the question, I'm gonna do something new here. The question of the week, because I know y'all gonna be watching this podcast throughout the week until the next one come out next week. Question of the week is, what's y'all favorite sex position? You know, you in that couple, you ain't in that couple. You just like one night stands. What's you guys' favorite sex position? Because doggy style is nice. Ain't nothing like doggy style. But yo, y'all already know what it is, man. It is your man Dre. Once again, man, the Sensible Psychopath. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the shout out and everybody else who is subscribed and also who's subscribing to the 1130 podcast on YouTube. Appreciate the new followers on Twitter. Twitter handle is @DreOnWheels. You can follow me also on Instagram. Yours truly _Dre90. That's yours true _Dre90. Twitter @DreOnWheels. And hit that subscribe button. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is the 1130 podcast, man. And I'm out.